In from Gujarat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Ahmedabad there. He's had a jam-packed day since this morning, several bilaterals that he had held with different leaders. He's of course there to inaugurate the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, which is going to get underway in just a short while from now. He's also going to be hosting the President of UAE, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. In a short while from now, there is going to be a roadshow that is conducted by the two leaders from the Ahmedabad airport to the venue where we are going to be seeing the UAE President being hosted by the Prime Minister. There's going to be bilateral meetings that are held later in the day as well. These visuals coming in from Ahmedabad, of course, are at the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, which is going to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister in just a few minutes from now. Abhishek continues to be with us, getting us more details now. This is the Vibrant Gujarat Global Trade Show that the Prime Minister is inaugurating. Several dignitaries from around the world are already here. But the key focus, of course, is going to be the President of UAE in a short while from now, Abhishek, isn't it?
Well, of course, and that is going to be a major, drive where a major road show is also planned. We know that last time such major road show that Prime Minister had planned was with former Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, and that kind of explains how India-UAE friendship or the bilateral relationship has deepened in the last few years. We have seen Prime Minister Modi having made frequent visit to UAE. He has been having a frequent conversation with UAE leadership, and now UAE is one of the UAE leadership is being represented here in Vibrant Gujarat, which is in the 10th edition. That explains what deep kind of relationship the two countries has, what economic ties these two wants to have. The FTA has been signed between the two sides, so the trade economics, they have been part of the bilateral relationship between the two sides. But of course the chemistry between the leaders is something that has given it a solid strength as well.
Absolutely. It goes on to talk of the ties that India has had, especially in the recent past with the Arab world, with UAE. We've seen several honors by the Islamic world that have been conferred on the Prime Minister in the recent past as well. The Prime Minister is going to be meeting with several business leaders, several top CEOs as well. We are going to be seeing a bilateral meeting with the UAE President later in the evening. What next for the Prime Minister after that?
Well, this time's Vibrant Gujarat's focus has been on meeting CEOs or inviting business opportunity in India, especially in the areas of sustainable growth, in the areas of green technology, artificial intelligence, technologies related to the development of semiconductors. So these are the issues that, and these are the areas where Prime Minister Modi has been more keen on having investment, so that the dependence of India on many components, which is mostly imported from across the world, especially from China, that can be reduced, and India can emerge as a power in terms of where it can supply globally renewable energy assets and sensitive manufacturing components. Apart from that, Prime Minister Modi is of course meeting several CEOs during the next 2 days. He will have a lot of meeting. In fact, a lot of political leaders who have also arrived to take part in the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, including we have seen Timor's Prime Minister had just had a meeting with Prime Minister Modi, and now Prime Minister Modi has also met President Philip Nyusi of Mozambique in Gujarat. Then there are other leaders also who are expected to visit Vibrant Gujarat Summit. So Prime Minister Modi, while he will be meeting various business CEOs, he will also be meeting a lot of political leadership also from various countries which are represented at foreign ministers level and the leadership level.
Did see some of those bilaterals take place since this morning, isn't it? The Prime Minister arrived in Gujarat in Ahmedabad earlier this morning, and we had several other meetings that take place through this morning before the inauguration of the Vibrant Gujarat Summit, in fact.
Well, two meetings have at least happened. One is with, of course, President of Timor-Leste, and the second one was with Mozambique President. And India has interest in developing some areas in Africa where there is a lot of natural resources. There are contracts, mining contracts that Indian government is trying to, work on for various Indian companies' investment in the sector of energy. Mozambique is also an oil-rich country where India can now focus. India wants to diversify its sources for import of energy, because in the wake of what crisis we are seeing at the global level, energy, securing your energy resources has something of is of very paramount interest. Also, the rare minerals is something that a lot of African countries have. Mozambique has. So that is also one area where Prime Minister Modi and his government wants to focus, that how Indian investment can make inroads in various African nations. Apart from that, there are other political leaders. UAE, as we just had a conversation, is another source for India's energy security. At the same time, a lot of Indian diaspora is also present. Fortunately, today, incidentally, today is also Pravasi Bharati Divas, which also celebrate Mahatma Gandhi's arrival after championing cause of blacks in Africa. So that day is also celebrated at Pravasi Bharati Divas, and now this day today is happening in Gujarat, where Prime Minister Modi is actually meeting a lot of Indian diaspora also, who have come from across the world, who wants to invest in India, who wants to grow, who wants to be part of that prosperity, that growth journey of India. So clearly, the idea is to bring in more investment. Idea is to shine the brand India image across the world, and also on the sidelines, political and diplomatic engagement is something that Prime Minister Modi is doing right now.
Absolutely, and he's been meeting several of these CEOs, several of these business leaders all through the day. Maritime security is something that we've spoken of, how futuristic technology can be used to ensure safety and security, not just of India, but of the entire region of the world, is also something that the focus has been of the Prime Minister, specifically on this occasion, isn't it?
Well, we have seen India has been focusing on developing a lot of new technology, new and emerging technology. We have seen Indian collaboration happening with USA, where India has shown interest in having some advanced technologies, from the flight engines to semiconductors, to development of artificial intelligence, cyber technologies. In the era of cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence, it becomes really important that the government also has the know-how and advanced technologies to ensure that its major installations are protected against any cyber attacks or cyber hacks. At the same time, artificial intelligence, which has shown its unethical side also, where it has been used to for abusing people, it has been used to troll people, it has been used to extort money from the people. Those sides also needs to be worked out. Prime Minister Modi has highlighted in the past also how AI and the tools related with AI can pose a major security challenge as well. So while development of AI is a welcome thing, how to ensure that it is used for the positive and the constructive development of the society is something that is the focus area of Prime Minister's addresses in the past. Also, new and emerging technologies, especially in the areas of semiconductor, which happens to be the most crucial component of any manufacturing industry, and for which India is largely dependent on China or Taiwan or other countries. India also wants to create a base where it can manufacture those semiconductors. We have seen Taiwanese companies or US companies also showing interest in creating collaboration where it can develop, it can work, or it can scale up the production capacity of those semiconductors at the Indian facilities. So these are the issues. Also, in terms of electronic equipment manufacturing, India has given incentives to the many manufacturers from across the globe, and that is an area also where India wants to focus, because a lot of electronic items is import driven, and India wants to be through the Make in India drive, India wants to be capable enough to indigenously produce every component which it needs, and also be able to export it globally.
Right, there are over 50 US firms that are part of this event. We have CEOs and business leaders from around the world that are in Gujarat for this 3-day summit. The Prime Minister has just about inaugurated that event, which is getting underway. We are going to be seeing several bilaterals being held on the sidelines, several meetings with these top corporate honchos as well. For the moment, Abhishek, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that. We are slipping into a quick break on this edition.